Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another installment of the Now Review. And this time we're taking things into the 21st century in a rather left-handed move that I don't think many of us were expecting. We have the Yearbook series, but now he's launching a new sub-series, one that is kicking off from the year 2000. So join me today as we take a look at the special edition 4CD and the 2LP vinyl release of Now Millennium 2000 and 2001. So I remember when the cover for this, first and foremost, got either leaked or first seen, a lot of people thought it wasn't real. And, from a distance in blurry photos, it does look a bit fan-made, it doesn't look official. However, it is official, you can see it right here. So, for whatever reason, Now has decided to jump the gun, because with their Yearbook series, they were on 1986. And I'm assuming they are going to continue the Yearbooks, but for now at least, we're jumping to the New Millennium, as the title suggests. So, we're now going to get a series, presumably, looking at everything from 2000, maybe up until the present day. We'll look at the tracklist in a moment, but looking at this cover, the red is really striking, I'll give it that. And, in real life, as you can see, there's like a gradient of it, so it's much darker on the left-hand side, becoming much lighter as you go to the right-hand side. So it's a very striking cover, definitely guaranteed to stand out on the shop shelves. The Now text is obviously here. I'm not a fan of the thing under the word Now, like the, I don't know what you call it, like piece of jagged metal. I don't know, it just looks a bit... It looks a bit odd, it looks a bit weird, but I guess the early 2000s were weird in that sense. The word Millennium, the font for that, if you can see it there, that is very 2000s. That whatever font they've used there, that is so evocative of the time, certainly. So, like with the Yearbook series, they've gone for a standard edition release, a special edition CD, and then a vinyl LP. Like with the Yearbooks, I've gone for the special edition CD and the vinyl, so if you want the standard edition CD, that is available for you to buy anywhere from between, I think, £10 and £11. So let's flip this on over and take a look at that all-important Millennium tracklist. So CD1 is in the year 2000, we've got U2 with Beautiful Day, a cracking song, still gets a lot of airplay, that does. Coldplay with Yellow, one of their first and biggest hits, mind you. REM with The Great Beyond, cracking tune that is. Sting with Desert Rose. All Saints with Pure Shores, as made famous from the movie The Beach, I believe. Andreas Johnson with Glorious. Bon Jovi with It's My Life. Leanne Rimes with Can't Fight the Moonlight. Robbie Williams with Rock DJ, that was a very iconic song of my childhood, I'll tell you that for nothing, so really glad that's here. Craig David with 7 Days. Spice Girls with Holler, one of their last hits originally as a group. Pink with There You Go. Mary Mary with Shackles or Praise You. Kellis with Caught Out There. Anastasia with I'm Out of Love. Top Loader with Dancing in the Moonlight, a wonderful song, again still gets a lot of airplay, people have a lot of love for that tune. Bloodhound Gang with The Bad Touch. Blink-182 with All the Small Things, iconic tune as well. Manic Street Preachers with The Masses Against the Classes. And we finish with Oasis and Go Let It Out. So 20 tracks there on CD1. Let's kick it on over now to CD2, which is also in the year 2000. So we're kicking off with Britney, good old Britney Spears, and Oops, I Did It Again. S Club 7 with Reach, that is, again, very important song for me in my childhood. One of the first pop songs I remember hearing and loving on the radio. NSYNC with Bye Bye Bye. A1 with their version of Take On Me, which isn't as bad as you may think, Aqua here with Cartoon Heroes, top 10 hit for them that was. The Cause with Breathless. Melanie C, one of the Spice Girls, and Lisa Left Eye Lopes with Never Be the Same Again. Len with Steal My Sunshine. Bombfunk MCs with Freestyler, big tune that. William Orbit with his version of Barber's Adagio for Strings, a really cool dance tune by the way, definitely check that out, takes a really sad orchestral theme and somehow makes it a dance tune, incredible stuff. Delirium and Sarah McLachlan with Silence, the Airskate remix, again, another really solid dance banger from the early 2000s, big fan of that song. Aurora and Naomi Coleman with Ordinary World, their take on the Duran Duran song. Ricky Martin with She Bangs. I always found this song a bit cringy, but it gets people up, doesn't it? Kylie Minogue with Spinning Around, massive hit for her at the turn of the millennium. Steps with Stomp. Madison Avenue with Don't Call Me Baby. Black Legend with You See the Trouble With Me, which this is the Will Be in Trouble vocal video edit. What a name. Mojo with Lady, Hear Me Tonight, big tune that is. Sonique with It Feels So Good. Gabrielle with Rise, and Sade with By Your Side. Another 21 tracks there, so 41 so far. 41 for the year 2000. CD3 then is the year 2001, and we're kicking off with one of the biggest songs of the decade. Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head. What an earworm that was. What an excellent song that was as well. S Club 7 with Don't Stop Moving. Again, another big tune for S Club. Really shows their popularity of the day. Britney Spears with I'm a Slave for You. Wasn't a fan of this at the time. I was probably a bit young, but as I've gotten older, it's grown on me. Missy Elliott with Get Your Freak On, Eve and Gwen Stefani with Let Me Blow Your Mind, Mary J. Blige with Family Affair, Usher with You Remind Me, one of his earlier hits of the millennium, Shaggy and Ricardo Ducent with It Wasn't Me. What else can you say about that song, man? Wyclef Jean with Perfect Gentleman, Maya with Case of the X, What You Gonna Do, So Solid Crew with 21 Seconds, Faithless with We Come One, Rue De Silva feat Cassandra and Touch Me, Roger Sanchez with Another Chance, some dance tunes there, Alcazar with Crying at the Discotheque, really good interpretation of Spacer from the 70s, and of course Sophie Ellis-Bextor, who is the next artist, did a cover of that. Speaking of Sophie, she is here with Take Me Home, A Girl Like Me, Cher's also here with The Music's No Good Without You, Jamiroquai with Little L, Texas and Inner Smile, Nelly Furtado with I'm Like a Bird, what a feel-good song that is, and we finish with Train, Drops of Jupiter, a favourite for many people out there. So another 21 tracks. CD4 then, the last to feature 2001, we've got Elton John with I Want Love, Robbie Williams with Eternity, Dido and Thank You, which of course then was famously sampled in Eminem's Stan, Stereophonics, Handbags and Glad Rags, Radiohead with Pyramid Song, Travis and Sing, The Dandy Warhols with Bohemian Like You, Feeder with Buck Rogers, Wheatus with Teenage Dirtbag, big tune that, Crazy Town with Butterfly, New Order and Crystal, Daniel Bedingfield with Gotta Get Through This, Five with Let's Dance, Blue with Alright, O-Town with Liquid Dreams, Samantha Mumba with Always Come Back to Your Love, Steps Again with Chain Reaction, a really good cover of the Diana Ross original, Westlife with Uptown Girl, a decent cover of the Billy Joel song, Ronan Keating with Lovin' Each Day, Hearsay with Pure and Simple, and Atomic Kitten close everything out with Whole Again, their biggest hit, arguably. So another 21 tracks. So in total then, across the 4 discs, you have 83 tracks, summing up the years 2000 and 2001. So before I give my thoughts on the track list, as this is the special edition, as you can see, it's formatted almost like a book with a harder cover. We'll open it up. Now, this is very much in the style of the Yearbooks series. So you can see there's a little blurb there, this about the year 2000 to begin with. Then you go through the first 2 discs, which of course have all the tracks. You actually get chart information about where these songs charted, about the artists themselves, stuff we used to take for granted with now, but all are now seemingly reserved for these special edition releases, sadly. 2001 then also has a blurb before you get all the track information and facts about the songs featured on them as well, so every song is represented, don't you worry. And we've also got the quiz. Nice to see the quiz carry on to the Millennium series. Big fan of the quiz in the Yearbooks, glad it's here too. Then you've got the usual production information. The discs are housed in these little sleeves, as they are in the special edition Yearbooks. As you can see, they follow the sort of gradient style of the cover, so disc 1 is definitely on the brighter side, and obviously it carries specifically the year, so disc 1 and 2 have 00 to denote 2000, disc 3 and 4 have 01 to obviously denote 2001. So again, really nice use of the disc colours there, really nice use of the numbers. I wish they'd had something else on them as well. I know the cover's a bit lacking there, but it is what it is. But yeah, big fan of this red gradient idea, and I hope, going forward, if they make more of these Millennium series, that sort of gradient, that sloping style of colour continues on as well. So ultimately then, the track list on this, what do I think? Well, yeah, they've definitely crammed in many big songs from those 2 years here. Obviously, I grew up in the early 2000s, so a lot of these songs are very special to me. They're some of the first songs that I remember hearing on the radio that I enjoyed listening to, like dancing to at school and whatnot, or my CD player back at home. So yeah, really glad they did this. A bit confused why they've gone for 2 years, 2000 and 2001 in one package. You would have thought they would have gone with individual years like they did the Yearbooks. There could be many reasons for that. Maybe there just weren't as many big hits in those years, as in, things were staying in the top part of the charts for longer, or maybe it's a rights thing, maybe they can only negotiate rights to certain songs. Not really sure why they've done this, and it'll be interesting to see whether they do like an extra release like they do with the Yearbooks, and will an extra release, which is normally 3 discs, will that still be over 2 years, or will that become individual years? We'll have to wait and see. But we'll talk more about that in just a second, because we have not finished yet. We've got to take a look at the 2LP vinyl release. So here it is. As you can see, the cover is exactly the same as the CD, just blown up a bit more. But this is where I would have loved some more detail in the cover, absolutely. But, lovely red gradient as before. This is only 2 LPs. The Yearbooks tend to be 3, but this is just 2, interestingly enough. We'll talk more about that in a sec. But let us see what is on these 2 LPs here. So on LP1 side A, representing the year 2000, we've got Beautiful Day, Yellow, Go Let It Out, The Great Beyond, Desert Rose, Pure Shores, and Rise. So 7 tracks there on LP1 side A. Then on LP1 side B, still in the year 2000, we've got Oops, I Did It Again, Spinning Around, Rock DJ, It's My Life, Dancing in the Moonlight, There You Go, Caught Out There, and Shackles, or Praise You if you like. So that's 8 tracks on there. So 15 tracks total on LP1, representing the year 2000. LP2 then, side A, this is now representing 2001. So we've got Can't Get You Out of My Head, Don't Stop Moving, Crying at the Discotheque, The Music's No Good Without You, Another Chance, Get Your Freak On, I'm a Slave for You, and Let Me Blow Your Mind. So 8 tracks on LP2 side A. LP2 side B, still in the year 2001 here. We have the Pyramid Song, Thank You, Family Affair, You Remind Me, Handbags and Glad Rags, Drops of Jupiter, and I Want Love. So 7 tracks there. So again, 15 tracks on LP2, which means we have a grand total of 30 tracks across 2 LPs. Very reminiscent, actually, of the original Now Numbered series, you know, way back in the 80s, about 30 tracks on 2 LPs there. So that checks out. But of course, with this being vinyl, what are the discs like? Now, with the yearbooks, they tend to go for the same colour, but with this being 2 LPs, they've interestingly gone for different colours here. So here is LP1, which you can see mimics the lovely red, the bright red that we see on the front cover of this album. That looks really stunning there for sure. And then the second LP is in this bright white, which I guess is meant to mimic the colour of the text. Really interesting that they've gone for different colours here. I'm not sure would that make it more expensive to produce or whatever, but I definitely thought when the cover for this was announced and that they were doing a vinyl release that it was just going to be red, but red and white, you know, nice to have, nice blend there, guys. Not bad, not bad. Maybe you could do that with the yearbooks as well, you know, for the 3 different discs, but as it stands, this is really nice. So that is the 2 LP vinyl. So in summary then, let's do prices first. So for the special edition 4 CD, it currently retails for about £16.99, or round it up to £17. You can get it from all the usual places. HMV is usually where I get mine. They're nice and reliable, like to support them. If you've got an independent music retailer who stocks these, then definitely go and support them. You can get it off Amazon as well if you like, or maybe even your local supermarket if they still stock CDs, or they might just stock the standard edition, which again retails for about £7 or £8 cheaper. And the only thing you get in with the special edition, you get in a more solid cover, you get in the booklet, you get in the chart information, the facts, you get in the quiz, the blurbs about the years. That's always been the extras here. Same with the yearbooks, same with Millennium. And then for the vinyl release, this is retailing, I should say, sorry, at £29.99 or £30. Now, with the yearbook series, with them being 3 LPs, they used to be £30. They've gone up a bit now. But I always used to defend that price tag because you were getting 3 LPs for that price. You're getting 2 LPs here for £30. I do think, honestly, that's probably a little steep to ask. I think had maybe they priced this at... no more, honestly, no more than, say, £23 or £24. I think that would have been the absolute max of what I would have wanted to charge. But, you know, I don't know what process is going, you know, behind organising this. In terms of the availability, they've been really quiet about how many of these get. Like, when the yearbook started, they were very like, these are limited, you've got to grab them before they're gone. But ever since, you know, then... I don't know how many of these they produce. I always like to assume not a great deal, because the last thing you want to do is miss out. So as always, I'd say if you want the LP, you like the tracks that featured on there, the 30 out of the 83 from the CD, then definitely, you know, maybe pick up the vinyl, maybe wait till you can find it a bit cheaper. The CD, you should be able to grab that for a while as well, either the standard or special edition. But the main thing, just closing points on this, I'm still a bit perplexed as to why they've gone for 2 years into one release. I would really love to find out why that is. If anyone actually has any insider knowledge as to why that is, please let me know. And what does this mean going forward? You know, is the next Millennium release going to be 2002 and 2003 altogether, and then so on and so forth? You know, are we ever going to have individual years with the Millennium release? I think it just surprised a lot of people with the yearbooks being so firm in being, you know, we're going for individual years, we're not deviating from that pattern. And yet this does break the mold. So a nice release, lots of big hits there, lots of ones I remember, but I'm very curious to see if this range does continue, where it may lead in the future. But that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you did enjoy it, please leave a like on this video. It really does help us out. And also let me know in the comments down below, are you going to be picking up Now Millennium 2000 and 2001? And if you are you going for, say, the standard CD, the special CD, or the vinyl? Let me know down below. And subscribe to us here if you're brand new. We'd love to have you aboard. I've been Adam Martin from AMTV Now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another spin on the turntable.